Hello, my name is Darren Joseph with HJ.Tax. We're a team that seeks to demystify the sometimes confusing world of cross-border taxation. And today we have the honor and the privilege of speaking to Timur. Timur, would you like to introduce yourself to those that don't already know who you are?
Hello, Darren. Thank you for your kind invitation to join the webinar today. Well, my name is Timur. I am, first of all, an investment migration professional. I've been working in the industry since 2014. 2020, we've established a company called World Talents, since we've seen there was a huge demand in the market, and the currents were telling us that there needed to be an alternative to the golden visas, especially in Europe, since there was a lot of criticism from the EU towards the classical investment migration programs.
Absolutely. And today we're going to focus on Portugal. So, of course, this is quite attractive because it is potentially a fraction of the golden visa package pathway. And it's and for those who have wealth or income that they perhaps would like to protect, it allows them to get residency and be on the path to citizenship without necessarily being tax resident because they're not doing the time in Portugal. Am I correct in saying that?
That is correct. Under current national legislation for naturalization purposes, it is only required to provide the proof of holding the residency permit for 5 years, and the minimum and to provide the the proof of minimum proficiency in Portuguese, which is an A2 level. It's an elementary level of Portuguese. That's a very important question you've raised, because the application for citizenship is going to be submitted after 5 years upon the issuance of the first residency permit, and we need to be prepared for the potential changes in the legislation. To our experience and beliefs, it is most likely going to relate towards the connection to the country, and have created the program in a manner when the client needs to be in a certain way involved in the university's activity related to the development of the startup ecosystem. In most simple terms, we expect our clients to be entrepreneurs, executives. We expect our clients to be involved in the university's activities related to the developments. Some of the clients are being appointed as mentors to different projects, to startups, which are hosted by the business incubators at the universities. Some clients prefer to start their own projects with the university, within the university's ecosystem. Some clients prefer to provide the funding to early stage projects, since these are the projects which are the most difficult ones to attract funding at the idea stage, practically. So these are the three forms of how the client can participate in the university's activity, in the university's life. And that is automatically creating a certain connection to the country through the work and collaboration with the university and startup projects at the business incubators.
Okay, so to be clear, if it is that someone just wants residency for 5 years, then yeah, you just do whatever, right? But if it is, you just pay the money, you get your residency permit, and you don't need to be there physically, you don't need to be involved or whatever. But if it is that you want it to be a genuine pathway to citizenship, you need to be involved. And there are three options, as you mentioned, for getting involved in a university and therefore proving the connection necessary as part of the citizenship application. Am I correct?
That is not exactly correct for the time being.
Okay.
For the time being, if we are to submit imagine we are to submit our applications for citizenship tomorrow, then the only documentary proof for the successful application we would need is the proof of holding the residency permit for 5 years. It is constituted by the certificate issued by the immigration authority that the person A has had their residency permit for 5 years. Number one. Number two, we would need to provide the proof of knowledge of Portuguese. That is it. Although, since we're expecting, I cannot say we're expecting, but it is only normal that the legislation in in immigration is constantly changing, and it is not
Yeah.
always changing to the benefit of a resident.
Right.
We can see that there are certain tendencies taking place in different countries, and so far Portugal has been having a very soft requirements towards citizenship, which does not mean that it is going to continue to be so. Therefore, we can provide for our clients to make sure that after 5 years of holding residency, their applications for citizenship are going to be successful, is to make sure that they have a genuine link with the country. And one of the ways to have a proof of that genuine link is to have the collaboration with the university. So the idea of the program is, from one perspective, we need to have our clients' interests, and we need to have the product which will help our clients facilitate their successful future after 5 years. From another side, it is a program which is benefiting Portugal and universities in Portugal. It's startup ecosystem. We are creating, the program's name is Global Talent Portugal, HQA Residence. What we are doing effectively is we're creating a network of entrepreneurs and executive professionals from around the world who are accessible for the startups, for the universities, who make their expertise available to the institutions in Portugal. That's how we are benefiting, apart obviously from the financial side, because part of the funding which we receive from the client goes to the university.
Okay.
Or a project at the university, or a project which is being established by a client at the university business incubator.
Okay, understood. And just to repeat, the proper title for your program is Global Talent Portugal Executive.
It's Global Talent Portugal HQA Residence.
HQA.
HQA is the count for residence. So that is how one applies for the residency. That is why it's HQA Residence. But the program has a brand name, which is a Global Talent Portugal.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.